cry. No need to worry, and there's only one need to cry. He promised in his word he will take care of me. He promised in his word that he will take care of me. So I'm gonna stand still to see his glory in me. So I'm gonna stand still and see his glory in me. Say alright, 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 alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Alright, 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 alright. It's gonna be alright. Right here. Let's go. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Hey. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Dry your weeping eyes. Hey. Dry your weeping eyes. It's gonna be alright. 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 Whatever you do, don't give up the fight, y'all. Don't give up the fight. While we are yet living in a pandemic age, dealing with the ramifications of social injustice all across this globe, I yet still choose to believe that things will work out just fine. Whew. It's working together for the good of them who love God. Right here, let's go. Woo. You can make it, say. You can make it. You can take it. You can take it. Hey, hold on. Hold on. Oh, you can make it, say. You can make it. You can take it. You can take it. Hey, hold on. Hold on. Woo. Rock with us right here. Let's go. Hold on. Keep standing. Hey, you gotta believe. Hold on. No matter what's going wrong, no matter what's going on. Hold on. Hold on. No matter what it looks like. Hold on. He's gonna bring me out right. Hold on. You don't have to worry no more. Come on, y'all. Don't give up the fight. You don't have to worry no more. You don't have to worry. It's alright. It's already looking.
Hey, y'all, this is Queen Alicia from WKKW Radio and Chopping It Up with Queen Alicia. No, I am not supposed to be on right now at this time, but you know what? We got somebody to talk about. We got to talk about this thing that's going on with Candy Burris and her husband, Todd. We need to talk. We need to sit down and talk because your girl, Queen Alicia, started watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta way back when they first started. So they were actually the first housewives, right, to be on. So that is where you got me. We want to talk. I just want to talk because you know what? I love me some Candy Burrs. So I want to talk because some of y'all talking about some stuff that don't even make no sense for real. You make up stuff, right? Because you're nosy. Just be honest. Just be honest. So no, I was not supposed to come on right now, but I had this thing of coffee. Y'all see, look at my coffee right now. This is full of coffee right now. This is my second cup, right? So I'm going to be talking to y'all tonight. Tonight, like I used to come on late at night, but I'm going to talk to you. I got stuff to do, right? I'm trying to release my Christmas single, and that's I'm trying to get my mind off of that because, look, it's crazy because you got to get the old out the system before you can go with the new. So I'm coming in. I'm coming in with my Christmas song, which I did last year, right? But I was under the weather. I was under the weather when I recorded that song. So I'm sorry. But I had to redo it because it wasn't me, right? If something is not you completely and totally, and you feel that it's wrong, guess what you got to do? You got to go revisit it. Revisit that. So yeah, so that's what I had to do. So that's why I know some of y'all like. I see stuff that says that she's about to come out with this single. Where is it? Right? She's still online. Yeah, of course. I can't go like absent. Right? I want y'all to still see me and to know that I'm here. I'm here. I ain't go nowhere. You know, I ain't go one place. Man, maybe I should. Maybe I should. But I came on here because you know that chopping up with Queen Alicia. Let me tell you something about that. That is actually something that's a show that I didn't want to just do religious. You know what I'm saying? How can I say it? God religious. You know, like we just talk. I want to do everything, right? So literally, we got your health, right? Health and fitness, right? And I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. I promise you. We got your health and fitness. Queen Alicia got some new stuff in her back pocket, but I'm telling you, it's not enough hours in a day. How many of y'all can vouch for that? Say, come on. It's not enough hours in a day for real. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I had to go get me a cup of coffee because I literally woke up this morning and I said, I'm tired. Does that even make sense? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So yeah. So chopping up with Queen Alicia. Where did it come from? Where did it come from? It came from nights when I used to be on live talking to my people, and those people know who they are. You know, I don't have to name them, but they know who they are. And I'm telling you, we got into some deep conversation. No, this was not a show that I got on at 7 o'clock at night and start talking. This was literally a show, right, that I got on at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night, and I start talking. Absolutely. 100. And I kept it real with y'all. I kept it real. We talked about relationships, and all of us was online talking and disputing each other and fussing with each other. We talked about some deep stuff, right? So that's what we're here for. That's what chopping it up with Queen Alicia. That's what we really came. We walked in and we said, this is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna do better by that, right? And we're going to do some things, right? And we're going to talk about some crazy things. But tonight, I want to talk about Candy Burris and her husband. He's still her husband. So, yeah, I just got to talk. And because I am divorced, I want to tell some of y'all, let me see. I'm going to say this. Mind your business. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell some of y'all, mind your business. This is Fire by Jason Hendrickson. Listen to this one real quick. You are listening to Queen Alicia on Chopping It Up with Queen Alicia.
It's burning bright. Yeah. It's powerful. It's everlasting. Let's celebrate this fire. Just like fire, just like fire. Shut up in, just like won't leave. Shut up in, it's just like won't leave. It's just like shut up in, won't leave. Shut up in, just like won't leave. Yeah, just like fire. Shut up in, it's just like won't leave. Just like shut up in, it's just like won't leave. Fire, y'all.
Yeah, so you're listening to Queen Alicia, chopping it up with Queen Alicia. Sometimes I gotta think, which one am I doing today? Like, it's hard when you got multiple things that you're doing. Soon there's gonna be multiple other things. Oh my God, you guys, I can't say no to nothing. Not one thing. Somebody asked me, like, you want to do this? I'm like, what am I doing? Yeah, let's do it. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. For right now, I'm trying to get the screen right. Yeah, that was Jason Hendrickson with Fire. Go get that. You know how they used to say, go get that. Yeah, so I wasn't supposed to be on tonight. I snuck in. Because we need to talk about this. And even though you're going to possibly listen to this in the morning, I don't know. How am I feeling about all of this with Candy Burris and her husband? I don't know. Oh my gosh, the screen is like flipping around and I'm like not even knowing what I'm doing here. Hold up, y'all. Let's go. I gotta get all these screens up because they literally in my way. Seriously. All right, I think we're done. Like, I've had it for today. No, but you know what? I don't know what to tell you. You know, a divorce. Hey, good morning. It's morning for you, Lakeithia? That's my girl right there. You know what? We're gonna talk about some Candy Burris. What you think? What you think's going on? You know, to just be in a divorce situation. It's crazy. It's crazy. And you know, look, because I do chopping it up with Queen Alicia and Lakeithia, she has her podcast. She be on there. She be on there. You know what? She just too much. So go follow Lakeithia, even though it's only like one like person in here. In the morning, go follow her. Follow her now so you can keep dibs on her. Right. But we want to talk about. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Sure comes in the morning. You know it does. Thank God for joy. Thank God for joy. But I want them to go follow you so they can see everything that you do and you're a part of. You know, she's always flying all over the place. Where are you flying at? Where you going next? You going to Florida? Where you going? Bahamas? Where you going? You don't know Candy? She don't do celebrity stuff. Well, let me tell you something. You don't watch TV. Well, you know what? Back in the day, I did follow Yielded. That's right. Y'all better go follow Yielded. Hey, sis, what's going on? You know what? I gotta have my sis on too. I got a lot of sisters I gotta have on. Latrice Dixon, go follow her too. Tell me what she all about. Y'all go follow. We got to talk about Candy Burris because she is the original when I was watching TV. When I was watching TV. I watched the original Atlanta Housewives. Yes, I did. Yes, I sure did. I watched the original Atlanta Housewives, right? And guess what? They were the originals, and I love them. It's not the Housewives that's on now. They all right. I mean, I don't watch it. I don't watch television like I used to. After COVID, I really didn't. Like I was like, I got too much stuff to do, so I don't watch it like I used to watch it. But I watch it from time to time when I'm up at night. I'm normally on the computer. Like today, I told y'all, like all day I was tired. I woke up. I had a busy weekend, so I was just tired. So I was like, you know what? When I went to the gym, my coach told me he be my coach. No, he my trainer. My trainer tells me do whatever you need to do to get you to that point to want to work out. So I don't really drink coffee, but I got this coffee right here. It said black. You like my mug? It says blessed. Hold up. Right there. You like that? You like that, right? No, you can't have one. If you send me $50. I need my cash app at the bottom so y'all can send me some $50. So, let me wait, hold up. Hold up. Let me go back. The Real Housewives of Atlanta was off the chain. No, look, I watched them. The original Housewives of Atlanta. I can't remember what year that was. But they were off the chain. All right? They was off the chain. They were the original Housewives. I do know that much. It wasn't New Jersey where I'm from. It was the Atlanta Housewives. You had, oh my gosh. I should write this down. You had Sharice. Oh my God. You had Nene. That's what you had. They was. You had Kim. Yeah, you had all of them. And then you had Candy. Right? That's what you had. Right? And then you had, it was some more of them. I just can't think of them. Maybe, wait, hold up. This is my show. And I could do whatever I want to do. Right? Y'all give me permission? Yeah. So since this is my show, wait until I find out who is the original cast. Right? Atlanta Housewives. There we go. Y'all ready? Here we go. So, drum roll, please. We got Candy Burris. We got Portia Williams. We got Cherie Whitfield. We got Cynthia Bailey. We got Nene. Off the chain. Chizzy. We got Todd Tucker. That's Candy's husband. And we have Kenya Moore. We got Phaedra Parks and Marlo Hampton. Now, so Lakeithia is saying, from what I know about the Real Housewives, it did not give a reflection of what I think a Black woman should look like. Well, you know what? There we go. They should look like, but everybody not gonna look like that. Look, yield it. When we come walking out, seriously, we for real, inside and outside, right? A lot of times what they doing is they doing everything for the camera. So they doing everything for the camera. That was something that Candy just was talking about. She was on here talking about it, and I'm going to show it. She said, when y'all saw me smiling, I wasn't. I got to do that for the camera. I have to do, it's kind of like, look, I'll let y'all see some stuff of what I go through, right? Pastor Darryl Bass, how you doing? I'll let you see. I know, but you're basically saying how they acted. Is that what you act? That's what you're saying? Because they were trifling, and a lot of them are trifling. I'm sorry. A lot of us are trifling. you know. But I think that's what you're saying. But I think that they show the trifling part because no one's gonna really want to see. How can I say it? I don't know, that businesswoman or that. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying to you. But that's not right. But the thing about it is, people like to see that. They love to see that. They love to see black women fighting over a man. They like to see that. They love to see drama. But I understand what you're saying. That's the reason why you didn't watch it. I get that. But I didn't even catch on to that until I was just so into it and involved. Until I said, hold up a second. I think I was just getting into the whole like Facebook and all of that stuff. Yeah, no, that shouldn't be in your everyday view. No, I get that. I get that. But we're not talking about, I get it. We're not talking about, how can I say it? We're just talking about it. In other words, I'm not really, I know some people they don't even address it. It's just like sometimes how people watch comedy. I know you involved with that, but some people don't, you know, because they don't like some comedy. I don't think it's funny, right? But some people just think it's, you know, it's something that people like to watch. Hopefully, they don't act like them. It's just for entertainment purposes only. I hope that's what it's for. Some people will. I try to tell my children about it. I try to tell them just because something's on television doesn't mean that you act like it. So I kind of like try to tell them like you got to stay away from that. Things that are said on television doesn't mean that you need to say the same things that they say. But a lot of times these housewives, they're not doing it because they're doing it because it's a skit. They have to follow and it has to be the juicy one. My housewife in Atlanta, well, my housewife in New Jersey has to be better than the housewife in Atlanta. You know, everybody is fighting for that spot to stay on television. So it's not really about what Alicia likes or what Yielded likes. It's what's going to make that dollar. But I understand that's why you stay away from it. But that's why it's there. That's why it's there. What sells? What makes money? It's all about. Now, would I make something like that? No, I wouldn't make anything like that. Because I believe that you a queen. You know what I'm saying? You a queen. You know? Well, right. Well, it's not going to empower you. It's not. That's right. You speak it, sister, because you are rich in more ways than one. But the thing about it is, no, it's not. You know, some people might say, I don't get with that. And that's what they don't get. Versus other people might say, look, I like watching Sanford and Son. Or I like watching, what's that other guy my dad used to watch? Fred Sanford, right? And others might say, I don't get with that. That doesn't resemble my life. I don't live like that. But some people do. And so it's really entertainment. I say entertainment purposes only. But the part of a lot of things that don't get me is like, you know, I've been through a divorce, right? And it's very hard. I mean, when you are out there, like when you're out there, you're famous, you know, people are going to try to tear you down. And so everybody's thinking that because she was going through, she literally, right. Yeah, you're right. R equals ratchet. Absolutely. She literally had to show what she was going through on her face. Right? Hey, Jeffrey. Right? Yeah, that's exactly what you're saying is right, Lakeithia. Exactly. That's what it does. So if you look at all of the housewives, all of them are ratchet. Look at them. And that's what I think you're saying. All of them are ratchet. You cannot be on a housewife. Hey, Brittany. Oh, I got to message you. How you know? I was thinking about it. I got to message you. I did a post for you today.
You cannot be on the Housewives and not be ratchet. How you gonna be on the Housewives and not be ratchet? You gonna be ratchet. So you absolutely right. But I want you to understand that everybody, like I said, if I wanted to go downstairs and watch the Housewives, or every single one of them, the New Jersey one, I watched. The LA one, I think I watched. Of course, my Atlanta. Look, I'm gonna tell you, all of them girls. Let me just call out their names one more time. All of them: Candy Burris, Portia Williams, Sheree Whitfield, Cynthia Bailey, Nene Leakes, Todd Tucker. That was Candy's husband. Kenya Moore, Phaedra Parks, Marlo Hampton. All of them. I loved all of them. I loved all of them. It's always the originals that you get used to, and then it pushes them, like, then they leave, right? Now here comes the new cast, and now you like, nah, I like the old cast. And sometimes you like, man, I wish they could just keep some of the old people there, which they do, you know. A lot of things go on, you know. But with Candy Burris, you know, they were saying how it's like, she said, and I'm gonna play what she said. She said, I was going through. See, this is what people don't understand. You just don't wake up one day and say, you know what, today I'm going to sip my coffee and I'm going to have a divorce. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. I know with mine, it was brewing, I can't say. But just like you put a cup of coffee on, and I'm sorry, y'all, I'm chatty right now because I did have a cup of coffee. Okay. Just like you sit there and you put a cup of coffee, that's how mine was. Over time and over years, it was just festering. And instead of getting better, it got worse. You know, you hold on to it because you think that it's cool. You know, we're going to work this out, right? I'm going to wake up one day and this is going to all be a dream, and we're going to wipe this slate clear and we're going to go forward. And it doesn't happen. So what do you do? In somebody's eyes, like hers, like she's professional. She's been out there for years, you know. She was with Escape? I think I said it right? She was with the group Escape. So this is nothing new to her. So I appreciated how she just stepped in, boom. She did an interview on, a small one on, I wrote it down. Oh my goodness, where's my paper? She did a small one on, I'm going to show it to you. I forgot the name of it. Ain't this crazy? Okay. Well, anyway, she did a small interview. Okay, I'm going to show it to you. And literally, she said it. She said, look, this didn't just start. Just because you see a person smiling does not mean that it's all good. Okay? Just because you see me smiling does not mean it's all good. Now, are we supposed to wear our feelings on the outside of our face? Absolutely not. That's not what God wants us to do. He wants us to move on because this thing here is called life. And just like people say, look, I just be lifing. Right? However, I do let y'all see into some things where I'm just disgusted and bothered and upset about. Yeah, because I don't want you to think that I just walk around the world with a smile on my face all the time and everything is fine. Because everything's not. Okay? But there's nothing that's too hard for God that God's not going to help me to get through. I do know that. There's no doubt in my mind that I don't know that. But sometimes, right, you know, when we are professional, people think that we're supposed to be different, you know? So sometimes we hold stuff and we don't. It's an embarrassment. I'm gonna just throw it out there. It took me a long time to sit there and be like, okay, my mother and father sitting in the kitchen, they like, so what you gonna do? What's gonna happen? I mean, it was evident that, you know, wherever I went to, if it was a family function or wherever I went, my ex wasn't with me. So half the time, that's a key. If your spouse ain't with you, why they not with you? If you're somebody in the limelight, like Candy is, and your husband ain't with you, why he not with you? If you a singer, here I go, y'all. I'm going right to y'all. And you married, yo, why your boo ain't with you? That's why I told y'all the other day, I said, be careful about who. I told you, be careful about who you marry in the industry. If they not in the industry, you got to be careful because ain't nobody going to be feeling what you feel like you feel. If you are a gifted, talented, multi-talented individual, you got a lot of stuff going on. Ain't everybody not going to understand what you got to go through. So you got to make sure that that's the person for you. You got to make sure if that's the person, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I want to sing, is he going to tell me, can you go downstairs? Because I got to go to work. I really don't have time for you singing. Or is that the one that's going to sit there and say, what you doing now? What you singing? Let me hear it. There's a difference. So a lot of things do. They don't start immediately. Okay? It doesn't just happen. And you try to hold on it. Oh my God. You try to hold it. You try to hold on to your marriage. You just try to hold on to it until it one day comes, right? And it does. Those of us who have gotten a divorce, it comes one day like a ton of bricks. And it says, guess what? Guess what it did to me? I'm done. But if we sit back and look at things and we put the eggs on the table, this started a long time ago. But guess what? We just didn't want to admit that it was there. Why? Because of people. We were afraid of what people was going to say about us. We was afraid of what people was going to now think about us. When the only person that we should have cared that was going to think how we were was God. So she's absolutely, hey Stephen, she's absolutely correct. That a divorce does not happen all of a sudden. It gradually happens. And for those of us who know what a divorce is, like I did, my parents married for 63 years before they passed away. In the same house, sleeping in the same bed, because some of y'all don't be sleeping in the same bed. But y'all say y'all married. But one of them went downstairs and one of them went to the next bedroom in the house. I know because it happened to me. So some of these marriages ain't real marriages. We just coping with. We just tolerating a lot of stuff. I was going to say MESS. That's what I was going to say. And we just smiling like everything's good. But if we was to be honest about it, if we was to walk up in your house, we would see 2 beds in there being used. We would see that there's no love in your house. We would see that the only reason that you stay together is because of your children. See, I ain't come on here for all of that. I came on here to talk about Candy Burry. You stay together for your children, but you don't want to show your children that it's okay to divorce if you're not happy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, God. Be quiet, Stephen. You got a divorce if 2 don't make it work. What you gonna do? Sit there? I'm trying. You not trying. I'm supposed to sit there into that? Absolutely not. If I have tried all I can try, and guess what? It still don't work. It takes two. I am not gonna sit there and wait for it to change. So when you said when people divorce, they lie to God, who lied? The other person. So you must be saying that my ex lied to God, because when I went down the aisle, I said that I was gonna take him for death till death do us part. That's exactly what I said, and that's exactly what I meant. Is that what I got? Absolutely not. In return, no. So I'm sorry. I really say that if you are not happy, and if you have tried all you can try, be quiet. See, I'm about to throw something at you. I'm gonna go find you and throw it at you. I went to school with Steven. He always got something to say. It's the truth, though. It's the truth, though, Stephen. Both parties have to say, look, till death do us part. That means it. And you know what the thing about it is? I can't keep trying, and you're absolutely not trying. That's not fair. And I think that right there is what God is unhappy with. If I come to you, Stephen, and I say, look, boo, this ain't working. Yeah, absolutely. No, but the thing about it is, no. Okay? No. I'm not sitting here. You crazy. Did you get it? Have you been married? Put it that way. Let's talk about you. Have you been married? Because you can see, this is what I found. I have found that the people who talk a lot of mess, guess what? They've been married. So that's the ones that talk a lot of stuff, but they haven't even been married. No. Are you serious? So, okay, so you will stay, but see, this is the thing. Some people stay in marriages, right? They stay in marriages and they do what you say. They're going to stay there, right? But guess what they do? They're not happy because the other person has told you, I am not happy. This is not working for me. Okay? You ain't wearing those sexy little outfits anymore. You looking like a tramp. Okay? You looking like a tramp. Steven, I know good and well that you wouldn't even go for that. So don't even try it. Okay? You don't even dress up for me no more like you did in the beginning. You gonna tell me? You can't even talk to your wife. She ain't even listening to you. Okay, well, that's what I'm talking about. My whole thing is I honor it. See, that's the thing. A lot of wives and men, they honor them, their side. They do what they got to do. But it takes two to tango. I told you all of the vows that I made. But I know what was going on. And I'm not going to mention all of the stuff that was going on that was not in our vows. Okay? So, it is okay for that. Again, I'm going to ask you, have you ever been married? Let's talk about you. Come on, I'm waiting for you to say yes or no. So I'm not supposed to be happy? Steven, I'm going to kick you. I'm not on here talking about Candy Bourbon. I'm talking about Candy Bourbon. I'm talking about you going to tell me that I'm not supposed to be happy. Where you get that from? If communication is not there, it's a lot of stuff. I'm asking you a question. Have you been married? Since you got so much to talk about. No, they don't. Not everybody don't do that. I asked you a question. Have you been married before? Yes or no? You listening to Queen Alicia on Topping Up with Queen Alicia. I'm asking a question. Have you been married before? I'm waiting. Tickety tock, tickety tock. Come on, Stevie, tell me yes or no. No. So if you haven't been married before, right? Let's ignore the no. I'm not talking to you no more, Steve. Cause you saying all of this stuff, but guess what you're not saying? If you've been married before. Because if you've been married before, then you would understand what I'm talking about. But you don't, you can just give the information and say, well, it doesn't say if you're happy. It doesn't say if you go to your wife and you tell your wife, I don't like X, Y, and Z, right? No. I'm not discussing what you talk about. If you ain't been married before, guess what? You don't understand. In the conversation. So let's go back on to Candy Berry. Okay? Let's talk about her. All right? Because you don't get it. Because guess what? You ain't been married. All of us who have been married understand it. You're not going to sit here and stay in a marriage that things are happening in the marriage, and when you go to your spouse, you are not sitting down there communicating with them. You don't want to talk about it because you think you're right about everything. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, okay, no, you said this isn't about me. Yes, it is. It is about you. It's about if you've been married or not before you can give me any suggestions about how marriages are supposed to be. How about that? Drop the mic with that one. Bing. So, going back to Candy Berry, we're going to listen to some stuff that she said. Some questions that was asked to her. No, be quiet. Yeah, people do break their vows, but don't tell me that it's both parties. Yeah, you're right. People do break their vows. Okay? People do break their vows. Okay? But some of the stuff that my ex was doing when I was married and did not want to have a conversation about, no one's going to stay in a marriage like that. You're supposed to be two grown individuals that should be able to communicate and talk, just like we're best friends. No, she did not lie before God. What are you talking about? She lied before God. How do number one, you don't even know what happened. So how can you be sitting here saying she lied? You don't know what happened. I'm not talking about it, Stephen. Go get married and then talk to me. And get a divorce and then talk to me. I hope you don't have a divorce, but then talk to me. I ain't talking to you no more. That's it for me. So this is the thing. We don't want to eventually have divorces. We don't go into our marriages thinking that we should have a divorce. We don't do that. We go because, like Stephen said, we're going to say to death do us part. So when we die, that's it. Okay? My parents married us for 63 years before they passed away. If there was something that my father didn't understand or didn't like, he spoke to my mother. They had a nice, civilized conversation. They might have got a fussy sometimes, but I didn't see too much of that. But they had it at the table, and each party heard each other. Okay? My mother, the same way. They sat down and they understood each other and they figured it out. But when you are in a marriage and you pray, number one, and God was the first in my parents' marriage. But when you stay together, you pray together. But that's the part that's missing. We aren't praying together. And we're not keeping God first in these marriages. Stephen, you can keep talking. I don't care what you say. I really don't care what you say. I do not care what you're talking about. I told you what to do. You go get married, and then you can come back and talk to me about what you're feeling. Because nobody's going to sit there and talk to somebody that's giving you the hand and they don't want to hear what you got to say. That's not happening. You sit there and get married to me, and I come up to you and I'm talking to you, and you don't want to listen, and then I give you another chance the next day, you still don't want to listen, and another chance, and another chance, you still don't want to listen, and you going to tell me that I'm going to sit here and stay married to you? Absolutely not. You Nope, you're going to see me and weep, baby. You're going to see this, and you're going to weep. How about that? How about that one? I'm dead serious. And I'm not joking. You are listening to Queen Alicia, chopping up with Queen Alicia. Thanks for listening. Hold on, I'm going to be right back.
Chopping it up with Queen Alicia, where every word is clear and true. From deep talks and open dialogue, join the conversation. Explore real relationships and pass the growth.
Chop it up with Alicia. The queen. This is the podcast you know you're gonna need, hun. Chop it up with Alicia J today. She's dropping them nuggets and stuff you really wanna say on relationships and situationships. Married or single, and even if you wanna mingle. Chop it up with Alicia, the queen. Today, yeah.
Discuss hot topics and let your knowledge flow.
The queen. Let's chop it up.
Entertainment and yes and no miss. Every conversation is a clear connected.
Let's chop it up.
Hey, once again, y'all, this is Queen Alicia from WKKW Radio. I'm through with talking to Steven over there. Steven want to fuss and fight today, and I went to school with him. Do you believe it? Yeah, I was the nicer the one though. Steven was like, he was a trip then, and he's still a trip now. So anyway, but I still love Steven. You know I love you. You know I love you. You know I love you, boo. Leave me alone, man. I'm talking about Candy Burris. So right now, let's listen to let me see. Let's listen to what she was talking about. All right. Hold on, y'all. Listen to this.
Don't really be on the internet. Clearly, well, everybody that's been on the internet, I'm sure y'all saw that. I filed for divorce on Friday, and yeah, right now it's a pretty crazy time. We'll talk about more of that later. I don't want to be sad right now. Anyway, Ali says, "Will you do a speak on it about current news?" Yeah, I will. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, eventually. Sage says, how are you feeling today? Okay, Sage. I'm going to be very honest with you. I am up and down. You know, obviously going through a divorce is definitely not the easiest thing. You know, sometimes, you know, you're cool, you know what I mean? You're moving, you're mixing, you're moving, and you're hanging out with friends. But then sometimes you have your moments of sadness, you know. And me being the Taurus that I am, I like to keep those moments to myself. When I was on Housewives, I really couldn't keep moments to myself when I got upset, so y'all would catch me crying. But in real life, my everyday life, you know, I don't really like for those moments to be shared with the world. So, but I am sharing with my Amazon family today. So I am up and down. And to be clear, yes, I filed Friday, but this is something that, has been brewing for a while. So all the times you've been seeing me online like, all of that means nothing. I've been going through it, y'all. I've been going through it. Life has been lifing me. Okay. Mrs. Little says, how are you holding up? Ooh, I mean, I guess as good as I can be. It's kind of hard sometimes when you see all the stuff online and, it's just everybody is making their own narrative of what's going on. And, you sometimes I'll be wanting to comment, but then I'm like, no. So I'm all over the place. Put it that way.
All right. So yeah, that's Candy. So she's already talking and telling you, literally that she's all over the place. When anybody has a divorce, they are all over the place. Because once again, like I'm like debating with Mr. Steven over there, right? You don't expect that you're gonna be having a divorce. And to be honest with you, a marriage is not something that's one-sided. It takes two. It doesn't take just one person. So, Mr. Steven is saying people are getting married, but he's saying both people, and that's not correct. Both husband and wives. No. Both husbands and wives are getting married, and they're breaking their vows. I don't get that. I literally don't get that. Because Alicia did not get married to get a divorce. I knew what a divorce was, right? And I knew that it broke your family down. People in my family had divorces. My cousins had divorce. I knew what a divorce did. It tore the family apart. That's what it originally does. And I knew that I didn't want it, right? So therefore, I tried my best not to get it. However, we do see signs before sometimes that we ignore, right? That we ignore. Mama Joyce, her mother, was, she didn't like Todd. She did not like Todd. She didn't like him. And when I used to watch the Atlanta Housewives, I always would say to myself, wow, because she was so vocal in it and not liking him. And I used to always say to myself, could that be a problem? My mom stayed out of my marriage. She stayed out of my marriage. But Mama Joyce, Candy's mother, she was all in it from the first day they got married. So to me, that would have been a hindrance of mine because she was in it. And Candy really never said too much about it. She let her be in it. So to me, that was a negative to me. Do we really know what happened? No, we don't. Can we speculate? Like she just said, everybody is making their own narrative, right? And guess what? When you're in the public's eye, that's what they're going to do. And even when you're not in the public's eye, I'm quite sure people, even with me, was like, oh, well, this could have happened, or this could have happened, or this could have happened. And you really want to tell them, why don't you just mind your business? People always have things to say about the other person, but when they're going through, they expect people not to say the same things that they just dished out about somebody else. So I can only imagine, she's being a better person because she's like, she really and I know you would. She said she really wants to like come back at it and say something about it. But she said she's not going to do that. And I'm looking and I'm like, this girl here, she's cool. Because she very well could be, because we don't know what happened. We don't know if it was on her. We don't know if it was on him. We don't know. We know both of them have businesses. We know that Candy had things before she got into the marriage. So somebody talked about a prenuptial agreement. She signed it. But of course, you know, when you have children involved, that's the huge thing right there. So what I found is, you know, you can't talk negative about the other person with your children. Your children will grow up to see, and they will grow up to ask a question. They will ask why. Now, I know that what may happen is the other person might say, no, that didn't happen. That wasn't true. Of course not. Because they want to make themselves look like they're the better parent. Right? So we have to understand that. Okay? But in due time, due season, they will see. Right? No one wants to go through a divorce. She said it, you know, she holds everything inside. It's funny to me how a lot of people think that you should wear your burdens on the outside so people can see what you're going through. No, absolutely not. That's just not how God wanted it. Right? So Candy has a podcast, right? It's called, you guys could go follow it. It's called Speak on It with Candy. She had Soldier Boy on her podcast. And wait a minute, hold up. Let me see. I want to show it. I want to show it to you. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, you know what? Oh, I know where I got it. I'm like, I know where I got it. I do. I know where I got it. All right. Let me show you. I'm gonna let you listen to this song real quick, right? Let's this. I want to listen to Flow Like a River. I'm feeling like a little bit flow. And then when we come back, I'm gonna let you. Oh no, wait, hold up. I can't play that one because no. Let me do this first. I am gonna allow you to hear, right, and see her podcast. Hold up. All right, let me let you listen to this podcast real quick. All right, this is Candy Burris. Yeah, she has a podcast on. You can follow it. It's called Speak on It. All right, and excuse the language that Soldier Boy uses. Hold on. All right, let's see. Let me see how I'm gonna do this.
So I ain't gonna lie, last week it was not on my bingo card today, but
And Candy, you too, you little bald head bitch.
The reason why I'm like that because I be dealing with that certain type of situation like over and over. You know what I'm saying?
what you mean, like people telling their side of a story about you?
I'm in Vegas and I haven't eaten in 3 days. And Soldier Boy called me and he ordered $1,000 worth of lunch. I saw some chicken fingers and I was like, can I get? I'm really, really hungry. And he said, yeah, have whatever you want. And then he got up and he spat on the food.
You did say at some point in there, he was like, well, I did spit on his food and I did it for our ancestors.
Like, I ain't say.
You do know people assume that you use drugs.
I mean,
you can't just be out here, man, talking aggressively with women on camera, dog.
Now, let me tell you something. If you had not put that apology on the internet and I saw you in that airport, I would have cussed your ass out.
So that's Candy's podcast. Go follow it if you want to speak on it. And yeah, so that was when she had Soldier Boy on it. I don't know that other guy though. I don't know who he is, but apparently some kind of food Soldier Boy spit on his food. What is going on with these people? They crazy. Like, what in the world is going on for real? For real. So again, Candy's saying it's okay. You want to speculate, right? And I'm quite sure that you guys have seen all of this stuff that they're speculating. Okay. So let me tell you the speculations that I've seen and I've heard. Okay. So you got one that's basically saying that Todd could be cheating, right? Because apparently they're saying that like she is in New York, right? Candy is in New York, right? And Todd is in Atlanta. Okay, so that right there would be a no-no. Okay, but my whole thing is, what do you do? Like, what do you do when you are into your career and and now is the time for you to move? Somebody offers you this big deal and they say, would you move? Right? You're like looking like, really? Like, I need to move. And your spouse is like, I'm not moving. You know, it could have been a lot of things going on. Then you hear other speculations. I'm not going to really get into that. Like, maybe they saying maybe Candy was doing something. Okay, so we already know she's a queen boss, right? She already like out there doing what they showed something I was looking at, and she was literally getting her hair done. Todd was sitting there, and they videotaped this, and Todd had was like, "Oh, you don't think that women, if they get a divorce, should get any, men should get any money if they've been doing stuff?" And she's like, "No." She's like, "I don't even think that they should get anything." She said, because, why? Men shouldn't get nothing. And I'm like, well, if you think that females should get, why don't you think that a man should get? I don't understand that. That's the part I don't get. Some things I just don't understand, but the things that some of these females do and they put up with, I don't get it. I don't get it. Sometimes a lot of things that go on with how the females feel in regards to the men either. I don't get that. I just think that it's wrong. I think that if you think that a female should get during a divorce, right? And if that, that man walks or whatever and that female should get, then guess what? If that female walks, guess what? I think that the man should get. I'm sorry, I do. This is not like rocket science here. It is what it is, and that's what it needs to be. But I don't understand how some of us women could be so harsh at times on literally we want the same things. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. So there's a lot that could be happening. I have no idea. But guess what? We do know one thing. Something is happening. And we will find out sooner or later what it is that is going down. That's what we will find out.
Okay, Sage. I'm going to be very honest with you. I am up and down. Obviously going through a divorce is definitely not the easiest thing. Sometimes, you're cool, you know what I mean? You're moving, you're mixing, you're moving, and you're hanging out with friends. But then sometimes you have your moments of sadness, and me being the Taurus that I am, I like to keep those moments to myself. When I was on Housewives, I really couldn't keep moments to myself when I got upset, so y'all would catch me crying. But in real life, my everyday life, I don't really like for those moments to be shared with the world. So, but I am sharing with my Amazon family today. So I am up and down. And to be clear, yes, I filed Friday, but this is something that, has been brewing for a while. So all the times you've been seeing me online like, all of that means nothing. I've been going through it, y'all. I've been going through it. Life has been lifing me, okay?
So yeah, so you got to understand, those of us who are married, thanks for coming in, Miss Elaine. Those of us who are married could understand, like,
if you are basically in a marriage and it's just you guys can communicate with each other, that's a good thing. That's a good vibe. If you're a guy, you guys are best friends, that's a good vibe. And that's what it takes to have a marriage like my parents have for 63 years. All right. But if I'm sitting here vibing with my husband and he's not vibing back with me and he's not showing that he cares and he's ignoring me, there's a concern. There's a concern. But sometimes we ignore the concern and we just want to turn around, and because we ignore it, it will soon get out of control. Some of us will stay in it. Some of us will say, you know what, this is okay, I'll just stay here. Or guess what? Some of us will be like, you know what, I'm going to stay, but I'm going to cheat. Yeah. So some of us say, I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay because it's comfortable. I'm going to stay. Something about it, and yeah, I'm going to stay because my friends are married. And if I go and get a divorce, and that's going to make me look funny, I'm going to stay. But when they stay, they cheat. And that's where a problem comes in. Because my thing is, if you unhappy and you have went to counseling, like, look, I went to counseling. It still didn't work. He wasn't having it. A person is not going to change unless they want to change, right? So what do you do in that case? The person has to move on, okay? Move on and be happy. Or stay in something that's basically, it's going to cost. It's going to cost. It's going to cost you time, wasted time, and it's going to cost you and your energy, wasted energy. I'm trying to tell you, it's the truth. You're listening to Queen Alicia and Chopping It Up with Queen Alicia. Thanks for listening.
This sound of praise. And God, our request today is that you flow like a river. Flow like a river, Jesus. Flow like a river. Flow like a river, Jesus. Flow like a river. Yeah. Flow like a river, Jesus. Flow like a river. Right now, God. Flow like a river, Jesus. Flow like a river. Flow like a river. God. Flow like a river. Flow like a river. Flow like a river. Do it, God. Flow like a river. Oh, flow like a river. Flow like a river. Flow like a river. Right now, Jesus. Flow like a river, Jesus. Flow like a river. Need you to flow in my heart. Said I need you to flow in my soul. Don't stop there, Jesus. Need you to flow in my mind. Take over my spirit. Need you to flow in my spirit. And let it flow. Let it flow. You know just what we need. Our prayer is that you fill our cups and let it overflow. Turn it over to you, Jesus. We stand in the atmosphere of praise. Flow like a river, Jesus. We need you, we need you, we need you. Flow like a river, Jesus. Hear our humble cry. Flow like a river, Jesus. And flow like a river. Flow like a river, Jesus. Everybody everybody, this is what we need right now. We need you to flow in my heart. We need you to flow. Need you to flow in my soul. Yeah. Regulate my mind, Jesus. Flow in my mind. Take over my spirit. Need you to flow in my spirit. And let it flow. We want to set an atmosphere for you to do your work, God. Inhabit the praises of your people. Deliver, set free, and heal. As we lift our hands in this atmosphere, we know that you inhabit the praises of your people. Come on, say it with me right here. Need you to flow. Make it corporate. We need you to flow. Regulate my mind. Hey, take over my spirit. Yeah. I need you, I need you, I need you. From wall to wall, pew to pew. Set a fire in your people, Jesus. You're the only one that can get it done. We stand in surrender, God. Hands lifted high. Take us, Jesus. Save us, Jesus. Fill us, Jesus. Thank you, God. It's all about your flow, God. We can get it done because you're in the room. We can get it done because you're in the atmosphere. And wherever you are, the enemy has to flee. Whatever we're going through, give us the victory. Flow like a river. Flow like a river. Flow like a river. Flow like a river. Oh, flow like a river.
You are listening to Queen Alicia with Chopping It Up with Queen Alicia. Y'all get hot when you talk about the housewives of Atlanta. I like the housewives of Atlanta. I'm gonna let y'all go though, because I'm just gonna let y'all go. It's almost 11 o'clock. And you know what? Life has gotten me to say, like, I look at, like, even like with Steven's comment that he said, your vows didn't say anything about being happy. Really? Well, that's not the God we serve. We don't serve a God that would tell us to stay in something when we're not happy. Let's talk about that. Okay? That's not the God that we serve. That's not the kind of God that we serve. That's not even who he is. So, yeah, when you are not happy and you have tried to do the best you can, try to go to counseling, because she said that. We went to counseling too. Right? You've tried to do all of that. Some of us don't even want to go to counseling. I was lucky to get my ex into counseling. Sometimes it was funny because the counseling was the pastor. And when we would go, he would not tell things that was happening. And see, when you go to counseling, right, you got to tell the truth, or else they're not going to really know how to deal with you. Some of us, we're fabricating lies and we're making up these stories to make ourselves look good when we go to counseling. And that's not good. You want to go to counseling, then you must tell a story correct. You know, you in order to get better, in order to change, for change to occur. Hey Tim, right? But as Stephen came in here and said all of this trash, because that's all it was trash. Even though I went to school with him, it was trash that he's talked about. Basically saying that you got people that are not living up to their vows, even if they're not happy. See, this is the problem why people don't want to get a divorce, because people like with Stephen's thinking, right? People with his thinking would have it so that people would stay in a marriage even when they're not happy. They'll stay right there. And guess what? I'm going to still say, because if you're not happy, what's going to happen? You're going to eventually cheat and go to somebody that you can be happy with. Okay? That's what you're going to do. So when Stephen comes in here, he's saying that your vows didn't say anything about happiness. Your vows said to death do us part. So you mean to tell me that God doesn't want us to be happy? If we are going by the word of God, God don't want us to be happy? You're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong. So I do know that much, Stephen. So if he's listening or whatever. But I told him, right. I said, why don't you do me a favor? Go get married. Because I don't think Stephen has gotten married. So I said, go get married. When you get married, right, and your wife stops talking to you, and your wife stops dressing nice for you, your wife stops rubbing your feet, rubbing your back, right? She stops talking to you or giving you any kind of attention, right? Now come talk to me and let's see how you feeling. Okay? That's all I'm saying. So Candy and her husband lived a lifestyle that was a bond to self. Oh, I know that. See, that's the next thing too. I can't speak because I got people around me, my son and stuff. But I do know what y'all have to really, really look at the stuff that she interviewed people. She was doing certain things. She was interviewed. She interviewed others. She spoke about different things that her and Todd did. Okay, so that's very important for you to look at all of that stuff. So with that happening, okay, it's gonna go down. Okay, I can't do that. What she was doing, I'm too jealous. I would never do that. Tim, you would know what I'm talking about. I'm too jealous. So again, that's I was looking at something the other day that was basically like, look. Oh, Todd actually said something. I don't have it on my phone. I didn't save it, but he said something that I saw, and it was basically, if you want a man, don't bring your man to Atlanta. It was like, oh, but guess what? I already know that. That's what they talked about. That's what they talked about. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about, how, oh my God, that's like another story. Yeah, I would be too. And you know what's going to happen. Tim, come on. You don't know what's going to happen? Sooner or later, you know what's going to happen. So so Candy's mother, she really needs to be quiet because she don't really know the whole gist of it. So she really needs to be quiet because Candy's not telling her everything that will happen. She needs to go somewhere and bury her head, seriously. She really needs to go someplace and bury her head. She really should. Because literally her accept them with the stuff that they did. Okay? It is what it is. That's what it is. You can't do those things because you know what's bound to happen.
You can't do it. But people do whatever they want to. Try doing this. Try telling your daughters. Try telling your children what you did. Try telling your children. Now listen to this. I got a podcast. Okay. So Candy has a podcast on, but her daughter, Riley, right? Listen to how she's talking already about men. Okay, let's take a listen to how she's talking. I think I sent this. Let's see if I sent this to let me see where I sent this. Did I even send it? Hold up. No, wait. I don't know. I might didn't even send it. I don't think I sent it. Her daughter Riley was actually interviewing her. I didn't even send it, but her daughter Riley was actually interviewing her. Not interviewing her, but they was talking about some stuff, and she was talking about how she wants an older man, so she can learn from him. And I was sitting there like, "Are you serious?" I said to myself, "Look at this grown thing." She's like, she wants an older man so she can learn. And I said, Lord have mercy, Jesus. And she was just looking at her, And then somebody said, yeah, but you were like, I think she's still not like, she said something about she was anyway. I don't even know. How old is she? She's probably in her 20s or something. She probably is. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know, but I do hope one thing. I hope that Candy's not really giving into details with her daughter and telling her daughter like a lot of stuff, because that's none of her daughter's business. Like, I mean, you're still her mother. So basically, you close your mouth and just be her mother and stop trying to be some friend to her. I mean, you're a friend, yeah. Me and my mom were friends too, to a certain point. I'm not coming to my mother telling her every single thing like some of these young people do. It's too much. It comes a time that, excuse me, but that's my mom. I'm not going to talk like that around my mom. I'm not going to do like that around my mom. I'm not going to do those things. So I guess she said that, is she going to come out and one day say like what it was? She said, yeah, she guessed she will one day. That's what she said. She said she guessed she will one day. But I don't know if I believe she is. Because if it comes out how she was, and it could come out like she was, because it already came out how she was. Again, y'all have to watch everything and take heed to what's you gotta watch all of this stuff, all of the interviews that she did and what she said and how she said it and what she was talking about. And Todd was in it, other people too. That's all I'm gonna say, but that's it. That's all I'm saying to you. They're saying that Atlanta is not a place that you would want to come bring your man. Everybody go floating to Atlanta. But apparently they mans are being taken by these females. They stupid. Lord Jesus. I'm just saying. It's crazy. But that's what's going on in Atlanta. That's what I want. I want to talk to somebody that's from Atlanta. If y'all know somebody that wants to talk to Queen Alicia that's from Atlanta, please tell them to message me. All right? I want to talk to somebody that's from Atlanta that can tell me what's going on in ATL. Right? I just want to know, why is it that, and I'm going to just say it the way it is. Why is it that somebody gets married and they go to Atlanta and next thing they look up and their man is gay? Like, what is that? And I have nothing against gay people. If that's what they want to do, go float it. That's whatever you want to do. But what I'm trying to say is, what is going on? But I think I know what people would say. They would say that, well, they must was gay in the beginning. They trying to test both of the sides out. Like what? Why? I don't get that. Certain things I don't get. Certain things I don't get. The lifestyle is the norm, Tim said on Facebook. Wow. I'm just shocked because it's like do people know that this is going on before they go into the ATL? Or do they just say I'm going there because this is going on? It makes me wonder. It makes me wonder. I'm just saying. I don't know what to say. I'm just saying I don't know what to say. That's all I'm saying. Because it's sad. Because some people I would think is going to ATL and they have successful marriages. I would think they just want to go there. But I heard what they said. They said go there if you want to do a business, have a business, be a CEO. But don't go there if you want to sit here and say you want to go get a man. Because if you want to go get a man, most of the times the men are gay. Right? Okay. Like I said, I don't got nothing against it. If they want to be that way, then go ahead. Just don't come over here with me with that. But I'm just saying, if you want to go, and females too, if they want to go do them, go do them. But what I'm saying is, what is about that y'all want to take the married people? Like, but again, you're going to take something that was probably like wanting to go. So I don't get it. I just don't get it sometimes. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't. So they're speculating and they're trying to come up with all of these things. But Candy's standing strong because she's like, guess what? I wanted to respond to some of this stuff that y'all coming up with, all of these narratives. She said, but I'm not. And I love it because she's understanding that she's a queen boss. Okay? She don't need to tell nobody her business. Not one person. When she gets ready, it was just like with me. I have to tell nobody nothing. Hey, Siobhan, I don't got to tell nobody nothing. None of my business. Until I'm ready to tell them about my divorce. And they still don't know in detail. Because it's none of their business. Absolutely none of their business. So, it's crazy. All right? So, it's crazy. I don't know. She said she will tell when she's ready. That's what she said. She said she would tell when she's ready. So, guess what she's going to do? She's going to tell. She's going to tell when she is ready. Now, that could be next week. That could be after the divorce is over, because that's what they sometimes want you to do. Is wait until after the divorce is over. Right? That's what sometimes they say. Don't say anything until after the divorce is over. Then you could say whatever happened. But I'm with Tim now. Hey, Siobhan. I'm with Tim. I really feel as though Candy and her husband lies. They had lifestyle that was bound to self-destruct. So, like I said, if you guys go and you follow Candy Burris, okay, I follow. And it's the one, if we're going, well, I wonder which one is that. It's the one with the blue check. Okay, it's the one with the blue check by their name. That's the official one. Okay, you can go follow, and then that way you would get dibs on the truth. Okay, instead of following all these other people, that's all they doing about Candy. Like, is talking about her, and they making their own narratives, and it's entertaining for us. So we sit there and we go, I wonder. But I'm with Tim. I think I already know what the reason was that they departed. I really do. You know, and why didn't you think that? Sometimes we call ourselves testing the waters, right? We just testing the waters. Well, your testing the waters could get your butt messed up because you testing the waters. So you keep right on and test the waters and see what it costs you. It's gonna cost you. And sometimes there's nobody to look around at but yourself. Because we wanted to test the waters to see how blah 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 felt on the other side of the corner. Right there. We want to see, we're gonna test the waters. Now, of course, people gonna be making all of their narratives. Like, you're professional. You're professional. So once again, this is what I say to people that I don't know what to say, manage or consult or whatever. This is what I say to them. If you don't want people to start talking about you in a trashy way, then you don't give people stuff that's trash that's coming out of your page on your Facebook profile or your Instagram or your TikTok, right? That people are going to say is trash. If you're sitting here and you sleeping around on your page on Facebook, right? And I'm not saying that this is what Candy was doing, nor Todd. I'm just saying it's trash, right? Yeah. So why would I sit here and think that what's going to come out of it is going to be something wonderful? No, that's trash. So guess what you're going to get? Trash. So all I'm saying is Candy and her husband was doing some trashy things. Let's put it that way. And so guess what she got? Trash. That's what her result was. When you go into your marriage, not setting no boundaries, right? But thinking everything is about you, boo. Okay? What are you going to do? You're going to get trash. Your marriage is going to end in divorce. Didn't have to end up like that. Didn't have to end like that. But because you wanted to enter into your marriage in the way that you wanted to enter it in and say it was okay to be done, or okay for you to have these relationships. Now, again, I don't know if that was the case, but I'm just saying, please go back and listen to her interviews of what she said her and her husband allowed into their marriage. Okay, I am only able to call a thing because I already saw it on television, coming from her, or coming from Facebook, coming from her on Facebook, Instagram, or wherever it was. It was an interview that she did, and they asked her a question, and she agreed to it. And apparently, this was happening normally. And she was okay with that. So, if you was okay with it, why you crying now? Why are you crying? I'm just saying. Boundaries. What do we set up? We set up no boundaries in our relationships. There's no boundaries. You're free to do whatever the world you want to do. There's no boundaries. Keep doing you, boo. I'll keep doing me. And then we could throw somebody else in there too. It makes no sense. You're listening to Queen Alicia on WKKW Radio. Yeah, I'm about to go, y'all. I'm tired. It's 11:05. I said I was going to leave at 11 o'clock. So, yeah, I love y'all. Stay tuned for my Christmas redo of the doo-doo. No, but for real. I put this out. This song was out last year, and it's almost about to be out. I promise you, really. It's just all of this stuff on this show, kid. When you put out a redo, it's just a problem with the doo-doo. My son's looking at me. I'm gonna get off, y'all. I had a bunch of coffee right now. I'm ready to rock and roll. Look at this. Look at my look. I'm telling you already. My friend got me a mug from Buc-ee's. I'm gonna show y'all that when I get it on here. I'm gonna talk to y'all. I love y'all so much. I really do. Thanks for listening to Queen Alicia on WKKW Radio and Chopping It Up with Queen Alicia. I'm excited. Guys, I am excited to see what God's gonna do in this new year of 2026. I'm excited. I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Thanks for listening to Queen Alicia.
Chopping it up with Queen Alicia, where every word is clear and true. From deep talks and open dialogue, join the conversation. Explore real relationships and pass the growth.
Yeah, chop it up with Alicia. The Queen. This is the podcast you know you're gonna need, hun. Chop it up with Alicia J today. She's dropping them nuggets, the stuff you really wanna say on relationships and situationships, married or single, and even if you wanna mingle. Chop it up with Alicia, the Queen. Today, yeah.
Discuss hot topics and let your knowledge flow.
The Queen. Let's chop it up.
Entertainment and guests in the mix. Every conversation is a clear connected mix.